Alrighty, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Thursday Night Live Gold, Coin, and Silver Auction with me, Raven of RavenHawk Coins. Hope you all are doing well. I am in an awesome mood tonight because, hey, I get to be here with the lovely people in the nest, starting off with the only one and invisible River Ranch, Chapo 52, 949 Designs, Create Craft, Brian Jensen, Emil G2, J Money, Ty McFadden, MC Silver, Lone Star Fox is here, Silverman 92, Gilbert Rogers, Visterion, James Warner, Silver Streak, Irish Princess 82, Mike Schlaz, Brown Sugar 0069, Joe Must Be, Jammin' Maki, Create Craft, I think I already said, but I'll say it again because Create Craft works his behind off for this channel, guys. CM Silver, Bombay Sapphire is here, Brother Bill Driscoll, Mike Schley's, Angie Crowell, Bombay Sapphire, yeah, I did see a Dalonega that was drilled at a show recently. You don't see those very often, and even in that, just makes you bummed. What's up, cool things? PTF stacking in the nest. Good to see them as well. Gene Anderson is here. Kelly Conant, how you doing? Welcome to the nest. Greg Chapman. Tilt my head cam down a little bit. Let's see here. Let me get my big giant nugget. All right. J-Dog with a $5 super chat says you better call somebody, brother. John Camper is here. Guys, keep J-Dog in your prayers. They've got a tornado watch until midnight where he's at, so let's hope the dog stays safe. Silver Chupacabra, we wanna choop, baby, choop, doop, 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 doop. What is wrong with my bandana today? It's like going goofy sideways there. What's up, Sam Wilson? Good to see you, my friend. Perry Custom Cards is here. Mud Swattage in the nest. Silver Streak is here. And thank you, everybody, for keeping J-Dog in your wishes and prayers. We're going to start with the early bird giveaway here in just a second. 949 Designs is here. Wolf Tracks in the nest. If I repeat your name, right on. If I miss your name, I feel bad. But I've got a night tonight. Guys, Gary S. in the nest. We have a lot of cool stuff going on tonight. Matter of fact, we have an extra giveaway item for the beginning of the stream. Whoever wins the early bird is going to get an item from a dealer named Tim that comes and hangs out every once in a while. Invisible River Ranch with a $1 super sticker. Thank you, Invisible. There is a BU 44D War Nickel, a 1/10 ounce silver, a 68 40%er, a 1 ounce copper, or the 3-coin 40% set right here, ladies and gentlemen, with the packaging and envelope and everything. So those are the choices for the early bird. The midstream giveaway tonight is going to be epic. We're going to give away a 1957 proof set, my friends. Look at that. 1957 proof set going to one lucky winner for the midstream giveaway. We'll have some surprises here and there. What's up, Vincent C? Kit Carter, how you doing, my friend? And then the starter 1 ounce tonight is this gorgeous Freedom Bar. I think it's Freedom and Justice or whatnot, but that's going into the box to start us off. And anybody that buys tonight has a chance at 2 grams of gold, ladies and gentlemen. Right now with gold prices, that's literally about $230. Those items from Tim, I had some more. What did I do with them? So also one of these $50 and cent packages are going into the Midstream Extreme. What's up, RLC? Savvy Stacker, Richard Cornell. Richard Cornell, I sold out of the buy it nows, my friend. I sold out. And we still have an incentive thing. It's not as much as it was the last time. What's up, Opa Singer? Deborah Walls, how you doing? But DeMarvelous Digging, good to see you. So for every $100, you get yourself a BU Rosie or a Merc Dime. You know, that's still some free silver to be added on top. I wanted to do more, but I just can't afford it right now. So I made the during the show giveaways a little bit cooler, but also to still give you guys some kind of extra bonus when you buy something. Shadrach 777 in the nest. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. All right, let me start the early bird giveaway. What's up, Mighty Horse? Okay, put this on live chat. All right, so I'll be back in just a minute, everybody. Good luck. David McGowan, how you doing? Super Collector, Cool Things is here. Bigfoot's here. Tracy Davis. Jam and Maki. So for those of you that weren't here a couple minutes ago, our Midstream giveaway is going to be a 1957 United States proof set, ladies and gentlemen. That is pretty epic. Johnny T in the place to be. Metallic Silver Skull, how you doing? Elton Jones. Shadrach. 3-month rule on winning the EOS. No, we don't have that anymore. We did away with that when we started doing the gold giveaways. What's up, Sean? How you doing, my friend? What's up, Link? Chapo52 is here. Hambone, a.k.a. Crambone. All right, let's see who the early bird winner is in 3, 2, 1. Booyah. Scorpio, ladies and gentlemen. Scorpio is the early bird winner. Congratulations, my friend. Scorpio, which one do you want? Do you want the 3-coin set? The 68 Kennedy? The BU War Nickel? Or the copper? I'm thinking he's going to pick the set, but what do I know? Give me a second. Create craft. Yeah, I'll get there. Let me 3-coin set. Yep. That's what I would have chose. And so going forward, guys, what I'm going to try to do is the early birds and stuff, the giveaways are going to be a little bit nicer. Might have a little bit less, but we're going to go with quality over quantity, just to make it fun. And let me see. Do I have some smaller envelopes? But I want to keep making things fun. The loyalty program is still going on. But we're gonna have to what I think I'm gonna end up doing about the loyalty program is just where we have incentive stuff like we do. Keep hearing tapping going on. That's weird. We're going to have a night where everybody that's got points and stuff built up, it's all going to be taken care of. We're still going to have a really cool giveaway night. Thank you, Angie Crowell. Scorpio. But I kind of want to make it to where, you know, we have a little more incentive for the general public to come in and hang out and everything. Did I give Scorpio one of the Tim thingies? So, we got this from Tim that we got to put in there. What the heck is that noise? Hello? That's really weird. Yeah, it seems like somebody's just like a woodpecker. It's all in your head. Okay. Give me just a second, guys. It was a bird tapping on the bathroom window. Like literally, I think it thought it saw a bug. That's crazy. Eric A, we're just about to start, brother. We just did the early bird giveaway. I'm putting stuff in the box. Oh man. But like I was saying, we're gonna do some cool stuff. Like I said, we're gonna have a giveaway night for the loyalty program. The loyalty program, he's trying to join the nest. The loyalty program is cool in theory and everything, but it's a lot of extra work. So I'm going to talk to Sergeant Stacker and try to figure out a system that'll work out, you know. But we're going to keep things cool, and like I said, we're going to have some pretty cool giveaways. Early birds are going to be a little bit better. Midstream's a little bit better. Things like that, you know. Attempted burglary by the bird. I'll have to defend my castle. All right, here we go. We're going to start off the auction, ladies and gentlemen. 1943 MS65 NGC slabbed and certified. Merc silver dime, my friends. The Merc dime in the nest. And keep the people and students of Florida State. Shoot. Oh, my goodness. All right, we're going to start the bid off at $1. And good luck, my friends. Let's start it off with a George. All right, guys. Richard Cornell in there at 8. 949 was in there at 1. Looking for at least 9 to make it fine. Do we hear 9? 949 coming in at 10. PTF stacking coming in with the George at 15, ladies and gentlemen. 102 to 1 gold ratio silver. That's gnarly for sure. Guys, 949 at 10. Gary S in the nest at 19. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary S in the lead at 19. 949 at 200. Oh, wait. Phenotypical at 20. 949 trying to get it back in there at 21. Trying to get her done. 949 in the lead at 21. Looking for 22. The deuce on the loose. Do we hear 22? Going once. 949 Designs in the lead. PTF stacking with the Snopage at 25. David and Pheno trying to get in there, but Gary S in the lead at 26. Looking for 27, ladies and gentlemen. 949 backing out. David McGowan at 27. Eric A with a $2 super chat. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary S in the nest with the Snope at 28. Looking for 29 to make it fine. Going once. Gary S in the lead at 28. Looking for 29. Do we hear 29? Going twice. Ty McFadden, son of a county deputy. Nice. Guys, David McGowan, have you been part of our auctions in the past, my friend? Just want to make sure. Sean says snipe. Phenotypical in there. Oh, Deputy Sheriff's son was the shooter. Oh, wow. All right, so, yep. Oh, David, you're good to go. Okay, cool. Gotcha, brother. David in the lead at 29. Looking for 30. Going twice. David in the lead at 29. Looking for 30. Do we hear 30 for the birdie? Last call for Mr. Alcohol, ladies and gentlemen. Create Craft, thank you, my friend. Thank you, Eric A. All right, ladies and gentlemen. David in the lead at 29, looking for 30. Do we hear 30? All in. Fair warning. Warning. Brother Doug, glad to be a part of the nest for 3 years as a Silver Hawk. This bad Merc is going to be sold to David McGowan for 29. Brother Doug Wagner, 3 years, man. It's a crazy how time flies by. All right, so David McGowan. Next item up, number 2. We only have 21 lots tonight, so this will go relatively quickly. And for those of you that have been asking me about the 1/10 ounce lure, that is up for grabs tonight. I finally decided I'll let you guys, some lucky person in the nest will take it home. What's up, Mr. Frank Mons is here, everybody. 1946, San Francisco, Walking Liberty $50. Valued at least $50 or so. Aaron Foy, how you doing, brother? But we're going to start the bid off at $1 to make you holler. Good luck, everybody. Gary S. in the nest dropping the bomb, coming in at 35. American Patriot coming in at 40, ladies and gentlemen. American Patriot in the lead at $40. Looking for at least 41 to get her done. American Patriot in the lead at 40, looking for 41 for this beautiful BU. Deal Marvelous Digging coming in at 45 and staying alive. Del Marvelous in the lead at 45, looking for 46, going once. Del Marvelous in the lead at $45, looking for $46 for good luck, going twice. Del Marvelous in the lead, ladies and gentlemen, at 45. Gary S. in the nest, snoping it in at 46. Looking for 47. American Patriot at 47, ladies and gentlemen. Gary S. at 48. We got a back-to-back snope. Del Marvelous Digging coming in at 50, ladies and gentlemen. Del Marvelous Digging in the lead at 50. Now we're looking for 51. Gary S. coming in at 51 to get it done. Looking for at least 52. Like Mr. Magoo, what you gonna do? Going once, ladies and gentlemen. Gary S. in the lead at 51. Looking for 52. Del Marvelous Digging, he can't drive. 55. Ladies and gentlemen, Del Marvelous Digging in the lead at 55. Looking for 56 in the mix, my friends. Going once. Del Marvelous Digging in the lead at 55. Looking for $56. Do we hear 56? Going twice. Del Marvelous in the lead. Is it going to hold? You just never know. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Oh, Johnny T says, can you dig it? All right, ladies and gentlemen, all in fair warning. What warning? It looks like this bad Waka is gonna be sold to Del Marvelous Diggin for $55. Now remember tonight, ladies and gentlemen, to let us know when you make your payment. If you have $100 or more, that you get a free silver dime. And that can be either a BU Rosie or a nice Merc dime. A circulated Merc dime or a BU Rosie. And we're going to keep that stuff kind of rotating here and there. That is a great upgrade for me. Thank you very much, says Del Marvelous. Nice. All right, guys. Lot number 3 coming up next. We have a clipped planchet. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't sell a lot of my air coins. I'm kind of greedy that way. I like airs. 1964 Kennedy $50 with the clip planchet. Very, very cool coin. And these, they go for about $45-50 in this condition. I got to check my mail for a silver bar from last week. Nice. And we're going to start the bidding off at $1. Looks like Del Marvelous dropping the bomb on us at 30, ladies and gentlemen. Invisible River Ranch coming in at 31 to get her done. Invisible River Ranch in the lead at 31. Del Marvelous at 35 and staying alive. What is the clip part on the opposite side of a clip planchet called? What? Raven got hungry. Poor coin. I pecked at it. I was like, going once to Del Marvelous at 35. Ladies and gentlemen, Del Marvelous in the lead. Invisible River Ranch coming back with the Snope at 36. Looking for 37, ladies and gentlemen. Del Marvelous, Invisible in the lead. Del Marvelous coming back at 40 with the George. Del Marvelous digging in the lead. Del Marvelous at 40. Invisible River Ranch at 41. I don't know. 43. I don't know every terminology, Mud Swat. Okay, so this one is a clip at like 1 o'clock, going close to 1:30. And it's about 4:30. Doug says it's the Blaskly effect. All right, guys. Del Marvelous at 43. Nice chunky letter from Raven. Thank you, Eric. Going once. The Blakelzy effect. Okay, I'm getting two different names, but they're close. Del Marvelous in the lead. Going twice at 43. Looking for $44 to make us holla. That's kind of cool, Mud. We learn something new every day. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Ho. Ladies and gentlemen, Del Marvelous in the lead at $43. Looking for 44. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is going to be sold to Del Marvelous digging for 43. Del Marvelous going back to back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, so what I was going to explain to you guys is so the Merc Diamond stuff is kind of going to be the replacement of the loyalty program, in the sense of most programs that give you back a cash bonus or anything. I don't think I've ever had a chip planchet on a Kennedy. Nice, brother. You usually average about 2 to 3%. So I figured, okay, instead of having to keep up with the math and make it, every 3 or 4 months that we put a bunch of stuff together, we'll just give stuff away on a more constant basis. Now, I'm still going to have a really good giveaway for the loyalty program, which will be coming up probably in the next couple weeks. And everybody that has points and everything, we're still going to have silver and different things and some really cool grand prizes to be that you can get your hands on. So I just wanted to make that clear. And, you know, like I said, over time, I'll switch things up here and there to make it more fun. And that you guys constantly get something back for being a part of the nest and supporting me the way you do. All right, 1884, Nollins minted, PCS slabbed and certified at an AU 55. We got a little less higher end Morgan on the slabbage tonight. And we're going to start the bid off at $1. And J-Dog, I hope that you'll do all right. Guys, J-Dog, if you didn't know, he's trying to dodge a storm. Jeff in at 30, Frank Mons at 40, Richard Cornell coming in at 44. Trying to get out that door. Richard Cornell in the leave. City Ramla has just subscribed. Welcome to the nest. All right, Create Craft. Thank you, brother. Going once. Jeff at 45, looking for 46. What's up, Charles Doom in the room? We got 83 likes on the night. Remember, you hit that like button. We get to 100. We add to the end of stream to make it more extreme. Roy Boy coming in with a George of his own at 50, ladies and gentlemen. Roy in the lead at 50, looking for 51. Going once. Roy Boy in the lead at 50, looking for 51. Do we hear 51? Going twice, my friends. Roy Boy in the lead. Now, remember, let everybody know we're going to be giving away this beautiful 1957 proof set at the midstream. That's after lot number 10. We're already on lot number 4. Roy Boy can't drive. 55. Going once. Roy Boy in the lead at 55. Looking for 56 in the mix, ladies and gentlemen. Going twice, my friends. Roy Boy is in the lead. And that's what I'm telling you. Like we're going to have really good mid and close to industry, plus the extreme industry giveaways. And instead of doing a continual reward program, we're going to try to reward it always back through, you know, when you purchase stuff, you'll get a certain thing back. Next week or so, maybe we'll do quarters. It just depends on what's going on. And you know, I just kind of have to see how the market runs. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Because silver and gold have been kind of strange right now. Gold is just, wow, way up there. All right, my friends, all in. Fair warning. Warning. It looks like this bad girl is going to be sold to Roy Boy for 55, ladies and gentlemen. And I wasn't sure. I mean, I've been sticking to mostly just numismatics, you know, and some bars and stuff here. But I wasn't really too sure if you all wanted more silver bullion. I mean, most of us in here, we have a really good group of numismatic people, but we also have stackers. So if there's like items that you're wanting to see in the auctions that you're not seeing, just email me and let me know. Like Frank Mons there said, numismatics, baby. Okay, this next one is special, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 1956 proof set with the Type 1 on the Franklin half. So what that is there's 4 feathers instead of 3 after the little emblem in the middle. I'm going to turn on the scope and we'll have a little flashiness here and there. But right there, and the bird, you can see there's literally 1, 2, 3, 4. That makes this a type 1. And that thing makes that a whole different set as far as the value. That Franklin, if it grades high enough, it'll be worth a lot of money by itself. So I do have a reserve on this set at 160 because you have the potential of, if that grades properly, getting some pretty good return on your investment. You know, it's a cool set, that's for sure. And guys, Frosty T coming in and staying alive at 165. Ricky the Scotty, Shinbone 5,000, ladies and gentlemen. Shinbone in the lead at 170, looking for 175 to stay alive. Going once, my friends. I just wanted to check on something real quick. Okay, so if you might have seen a little what looked like surface scratching, it's the plastic. It's not the coin, because I moved the coin to make sure. That worried me for a second. All right, guys. Ricky the Scotty coming in at 175. Shinbone coming in at 180, ladies and gentlemen. Shinbone in the lead at 180. Looking for 185. Going once. Shinbone in the lead at 180. Looking for 185 with the George. Frosty T in the place to be, coming in at 185. Looking for 190, ladies and gentlemen. Frosty T in the lead at 185. Looking for 190. Going once. Guys, Shinbone in at 190. The other bot's not on? I turned it on earlier. That's really weird. Let me, Oh, you know what? I think I accidentally updated it. My mistake. Shinbone at 190, going twice. What's up, Savvy Stacker? Shinbone in the lead at 190. Last call for Mr. Owl. Key. Ho, ho, ho. Other bot is on. Thank you, Create Craft, my friend. I appreciate you. Shinbone in the lead at 190. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad set is sold to Shinbone 5,000 for 190. Congratulations, Shinbone. That's a cool set, man. All right, Shinbone. And anybody that has any purchase tonight over $100, if you have a preference on your dime, just say it in the message on your payment that you prefer Mercury or Rosie's. If not, we'll probably just give you the uncirculated Rosie if we don't see a message from you. All right, this next one's really cool, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 3-coin set. We're going to start off first with the 45 centavos from the Philippines. Gorgeous coin. MS63 plus. Then we have the 20 centavos. That's at least a 65. Savvy, I appreciate you, my friend. And the 10 centavos, also at a 65. Beautiful 3-coin set. I didn't want to really break these up because I'd gotten them all together quite a while back. So I put them into a bundle. I do have a reserve at $100. I think they'll go for a lot more than that down the road. But good luck, my friends. Guys, Gary S. coming in, dropping the bomb at 105. Jeff coming in at 110, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff in the lead at 110, looking for 115 like Mr. Bean. CM Silver with the George coming in at 120, ladies and gentlemen. CM Silver in the lead with the Snope going once. CM Silver in the lead at 120, looking for 125 to stay alive. Washington State Jag fans, what's up, my friend? Going twice. Threw my back out and can't get closer to the keyboard. Oh, I hope you feel better, my friend. What's up, Brent Straddle? All right, ladies and gentlemen, last call for Mr. Alcohol. CM in the lead at 120. All in. Fair warning. This bad set is going to be sold to CM Silver for 120. Bidders, if you bid before auction description is displayed, your bid may be missed. This is true. I don't always catch it. Thank you, Frank Mons. My phone is always making noise. All right. Lot number 7. We're just a few lots away from giving away the very cool 57 proof set. So in this one here, we have some BU quarters. We have a 1943. You can still see that gorgeous cartwheeling. 1943 Philly. 1944 Denver. And a 45S Washington silver quarter, ladies and gentlemen. 3-coin lot to keep it fun. And I don't have a reserve on the group. But if you bought them all separately, you'd probably be spending about 80 bucks or so. We're going to start off with $1 to make you holler. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Frosty T dropping the bomb at 49, ladies and gentlemen. Frosty T in the lead. 949 says, I'm alive at 55. Jeff trying to get in the action as well, but Jeff, 949 just a touch quicker on the bidding. Looking for 56 in the mix, my friends. 949 in the lead at 55, going once. $949 in the lead. Jeff at 57. Del Marvelous trying to get in there. What's up, Ink Man? Jeff in the lead at 57. Looking for 58. Going once. Jeff in the lead at 57. Looking for 58. Do we hear 58? 949 is out. Going twice. Jeff in the lead at 57. Del Marvelous digging, coming back. Frosty T. Double Snopage, ladies and gentlemen. Frosty T in the lead at 61. Looking for 62 like we're Mr. LeFew. What you gonna do? Going once, my friends. Frosty T in the lead at $61. Making us holla. Looking for 62. Going twice. We got 97 likes on the night, my friends. Del Marvelous is out. Frosty T in the lead. Last call for Mr. Al Key Hall. Frosty T in the lead at 61. About to get a heck of a deal. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad set is going to be sold to Frosty T for 61. Congrats to Frosty T, ladies and gentlemen. Longtime supporter and friend of the Nestin channel. Thank you, Frosty T. Appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, we just need 3 more likes to add to the end of stream to make it more extreme. And remember, after lot 10, we're going to be giving away that 57 proof set. That thing is pretty cool. Next item up, we have a 1949 Denver and a 1950 Denver. Franklin's, AU, BU. Now, Franklin's are interesting because they can look kind of murky and still be high grades. These are 49s and 50 Denvers, so these two going together as a duo. It looks like I did put a reserve at 55. So good luck, everybody. And you know what? We're going to add to the end of stream to make it more extreme with a beautiful 1944 Philly War Nickel uncirculated, ladies and gentlemen. That thing's going in there. Guys, 949 coming in at 60. Dropping the bomb. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. He says, nice coins. Got the 64 Kennedy in the mail today, TY, and TY to Justin Cummings. Justin Cummings is a good dude. I had the pleasure of meeting Justin. Really, really nice guy. Richard Cornell in the lead at 63. 949 in at 65 and staying alive. 949 in the lead, going once. 949 in the lead at 65. Looking for 66 in the mix. Do we hear 66? Going twice. 949 in the lead. Looking for 66. Huckleberry Silver says that's his birth year. He wishes he could buy him. Last call for Mr. Alky Hall. All in. Fair warning. This bad set is going to be sold to 949 Designs for 65, ladies and gentlemen. 949 Designs with the win. Thank you, 949. Thank you, everybody else, for your bids. I appreciate you. But like I was saying, if there's some stuff that you guys want to see in the auctions, just email me. Let me know, and I will try my best to hunt it down and see what we can get for you. Sold to Huckleberry Silver for $1,950. J-Dog. He's got that dog in him. Arr! All right, here we go. 1959 proof set. It's got a little toning starting on the dime there. There's the reverse. And I'm going to start off at $1 for good luck. Good luck, everybody. What's up, Michael LeFew? What you going to do? Guys, Doug Wagner, brother Doug coming in at 30. Lone Star and Jeff trying to get in there, but Doug in the lead. Emil G2 coming in at 35 with the George. Emil G2 in the lead at 35. Looking for 36 in the mix. Going once. Ricky the Scotty coming in at 40, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky the Scotty in the lead at 40. Going once, my friends. Did we get a new member? Did I miss somebody? If I did, I'm really sorry, guys. But thank you for being a part of the show. That means the world to me. Emil coming in at 42 like Mr. LeFew. Mr. LeFew trying to get in there. Charles Doom in the room coming in at 43 like he's Johnny T. Going once. Michael LeFew at 45 and staying alive. Looking for 46. Going, ooh, excuse me, guys. Going once. Cool Things just gifted Rubicon 60 a membership. Thank you, Cool Things. Going twice. Eric A., I have not seen Resin here today. She might be busy. She's been working a lot, my friends. All right, guys. Charles Doom at 46. She's got her new Etsy thing that she's doing, and going once. Hopefully that's doing pretty good. Ooh, breakfast for dinner. I love breakfast for dinner. Michael LeFew coming in at 48. Speaking of cool foods, my wife's been making homemade sourdough bread. Unbelievably good, guys. Holy cow. Going twice to Mr. LeFew. Michael LeFew at 48, looking for 49. It's once, it's twice, it's 3 times for the Nesties. Yeah, she makes different sourdough breads. Like, she's done garlic and jalapeno with cheddar cheese. And me, I'm partial to just regular sourdough bread, but Holy smokes. Coming in with another George is the Doomster. Going once. Out of all the breads in Visible River Ranch, homemade sourdough bread is the one that I can have. Going twice. Which I'm pretty lucky about. And actually, homemade sourdough bread has probiotics and stuff as well. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Charles Doom at 50. Yeah, I'm really happy Invisible because I've been going without bread for a long time. All right, all in. Fair warning. This bad set is sold to Charles Doom for 50. Cool, thanks. Thank you, my friend. That's a very, very nice compliment. You know what? I'm going to add something else to the end of stream to still make it more extreme, ladies and gentlemen. How about we do this? How about we add a beautiful 1962 proof quarter going into the end of stream to make it more extreme. Okay, that was Charles Doom. And that was lot number 9. So we got lot number 10, and then we're going to do the giveaway of the 1957 proof set. This one here is the 3-coin 76 bicentennial, 40% silver with the certificate of authenticity and the little thing that they gave out to display it in. You got the Ike, the Kennedy, and the Washington, 40% silver, 3-coin set up for grabs. And we'll start the bid off at $1. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Guys, Brian Jensen coming in at 10. Scorpio at 1. American Patriot 20. J-Dog dropping the bomb. Coming in at 30, ladies and gentlemen. Eric A. and Cornell and Fox trying to get in there. What's up, loose change? Richard Cornell says, I got 33. Like I'm Johnny T. Richard Cornell in the lead. J-Dog at 34. Trying to get out the door. Looking for 35 to stay alive. Going once, guys. What's up, KCB? Welcome to the nest. J-Dog in the lead at 34. Brian Jensen is out, going twice. J-Dog in the lead. Slab Master J. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Ho, 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 ho. J-Dog in the lead at 34. All in. Fair warning. Warning. It looks like this bad set is going to be sold to J-Dog for 34. Yeah, Invisible River Ranch, the one you have, that envelope is harder to find. I only seen that. I've given those away and sold them here one time, I believe. Thank you, J-Dog. Thank you, Brian Jensen and everybody else for the bids. I appreciate you. All right, it is that time to do a giveaway. And for those of you that weren't here earlier that didn't know, we're going to be giving away this beautiful 1957 United States Mint proof set with its original envelope and packaging and everything. 1957. It's got a little toner starting on it. But it's a beauty, Carl. All right, let's turn on the Nightbot. Turn on the Nightbot. That goes with the set slab I got from you in the auctions. Nice, brother. I'm glad to be able to help you get stuff achieved in your collection endeavors. That means a lot. All right, guys. Good luck. I will be back in just a moment. Del Marvelous says he needs some luck. Lyle Okamoto, how you doing, dude? Good to see you. Fire Rain, how you doing? All right, I will be back in just a moment. What's up, Silver Surfer? That one VR for David McGowan's here. Show Me says good luck. All right, I'll be back. All right, ladies and germs. We're going to see who's going to win the big proof set. In 3, 2, 1. Booyah. Joe must be. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Mr. Joe Must Be, my man from Canada, with the win. All right. You're welcome, brother. You deserve a good win, my friend. All right. There we go. So don't worry if you didn't have a chance to win that beautiful set. What we're going to do for the Close to Midstream Extreme giveaway, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to give away a 1962 proof set. Yes, you heard it correctly. More silver, more proofage. That'll be at the lot number 19. And then we only have 21 lots tonight. So after lot 21, we'll do the Extreme Midstream giveaway. Resin Dragon Studios. How you doing, hon? Hardest worker on the internet that I know. Resin working her butt off, doing her Etsy store, modding at multiple channels. J-Dog, you rock, brother. Thank you, man. All right, next item up is a beautiful 1937 MS-64 Buffalo Nickel. NGC slabbed and certified for your pleasure. I do not have a reserve on it. It's worth about $50. And we'll start off at $1 to make us holler. Good luck. Buffalo Soldier, dreadlock Rasta. I need to get a side job next week. Starts a 6-week furlough. Wow. Guys, Phenotypical coming in at 20. Del Marvelous trying to get in there, but 949 in the lead at 30. Looking for at least 31 to get her done. 949 Designs in the lead at 30 bucks. Looking for 31. Going once. 949 in the lead. Kit Carter's here. Scorpio in the nest. Going twice. Holy smokes. 949 in the lead. Jeff at 33. Looking for 34 out the door. Do we hear 34 going once? You know how it goes. We don't slow roll anything. We keep on moving. Guys, Joe must be with a $10 Canadian super chat. Thank you, brother Joe. Going twice, my friends. Jeff in the lead at 33. Looking for 34 to get out the door. Gary S. in the lead at 34 with the Snope. Going once, my friends. Gary S. in the lead at 34. Looking for 35. 949 says GL to the bidders. Jeff coming back at 35. Gary S. back at 36 in the mix. We got back-to-back George in the nest, ladies and gentlemen. Gary S. in the lead. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you are interested, starting with 3D printed items is the Resin Dragon Studios Etsy.com channel. Go check her out. Give her some love. Hopefully you find some really cool stuff because she makes some really neat items. Breeze for me, 721. My sister from another mister. Good to see you, lady. Gary S. coming in at 39 to make it fine, but Breeze was in the lead for just a moment there. Going once at 39, looking for 40. Do we hear 40? Looking, searching, going twice. Gary S. in the nest at 39, looking for 40. Breeze coming in at 41, looking to get her done. Breeze in the lead at 41, looking for 42. What you gonna do? Going once. Yeah, you guys definitely should check out Resin's Etsy channel, guys. Give her some love. She works hard. Going twice. Breeze in the lead at 41. It's once, it's twice, it's 3 times for the Breezy. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad slab is sold to Breeze for me. 721 for 41. Ladies and gentlemen, Breeze for me with the win. All right. Good deal. Yeah, she did all right on that one. That's for sure. Next item up, ladies and gentlemen, we have another beautiful Mercury dime. NGC slabbed and certified at an MS66, my friends. Nice high grade with a little rotation to the die. And worth about 40 bucks. If it had full split bands, it'd be worth thousands. Starting off at $1, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck. Double Eagle isn't only double coin. A double dime was called the 20-cent piece. Yes, there was the 20-cent piece before. Del Marvelous staying alive at 15. Phenotypical trying to get in there. PTF trying to get in there, but Del Marvelous in the lead. Phenotypical at 16. David McGowan at 20. PTF trying to get in there. Jeff at 22. What you gonna do? Looking for 23, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Lisa Anderson? How you doing? David McGowan in the lead at 23. Looking for 24. Out the door. Do we hear 24? Going once. Jeff at 25. Alan Hall, y'all. Phenotypical trying to get in there. David McGowan in the lead at 26 with the George. David McGowan in the lead at 26. Looking for 27. Going once. David McGowan in the lead at 26. Looking for 27. Do we hear 27? going twice. McGowan in the lead at 26, about to get a heck of a deal. Last call. Oh, Gary S. coming in with the Snopage at 27. Going once, my friends. Gary S. with the expert timing. Jeff at 29. McGowan trying to get in there, but Jeff in the lead at 29. Looking for 30. Gary S. at 30. Looking for 31. David McGowan trying again, but Gary just a little quicker. David now answering back at 31. Looking for 32. What you gonna do? It's the underwater auctioneer. Gary S. at 32, ladies and gentlemen. Looking for 33. Going once. Jeff coming in at 33. Now we're looking for 34. Full split band would be 17K to 20.5K in that condition. Unbelievable. Gary S. at 34. Trying to get 35. Going once. Gary S. in the lead at 34. Looking for 35. 949 Designs. 36 in the mix. Going once. Gary S. at 37. The battle back and forth, my friends, is real. Guys, 949 at 38. Looking for 39 to make it fine. Do we hear 39? Going once. Gary S. at 39. Holy snipe, says Sean. Gary S. in the lead at 39. Looking for 40. Going once. Gary S. in the lead at 39. Going twice. It's once. It's twice. It's 949 Designs coming in at 39. Going once. Breeze, we're glad to have you back, my friend. Gary is out to 949. Going twice. Last call. 949 in the lead, all in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad dime is going to be sold to 949 Designs for 40 bucks. All right. Thank you, 949. We got 117 likes on the night. A little bit slower this time of year. Everybody's out enjoying the sun, or like J-Dog, they're dodging the storms. All right, this next one is a beauty, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the last of the Cat Bus halves that I have on for sale because somebody actually bought the entire group that I had left, which is pretty cool. Give me a second here, guys. All right. So this is an 1830. Beautiful coin. Overton number 110. That reverse is epic. Is a high XF, close to AU. And I do have a reserve at 225. But this is going to be the last Cat Bust half that I have for a while. Guys, Silver Chupacabra coming in with the George at 225. Shadrach at 230. What's up, Silver Slinky? Shadrach in the lead at 230. David McGowan trying to get in there. Cabra at 235. Getting in there again before David McGowan. 240 to Gary S. Shadrach at 245. The bidding war is real, guys. Silver Chupacabra at 250. Looking for 255. Shadrach at 255. Looking for 260, ladies and gentlemen. Shadrach 777. Holy Peppa, says Brother Doug. Shadrach in the lead. Silver Chupacabra coming in at 260, ladies and germs. Silver Chupacabra in the lead. Eric A says, go, man, go. David McGowan coming in at 265. Washington State Jag fans throwing up the gloves. Looking for 270, ladies and gentlemen. David McGowan in the lead at 265. Going once. David McGowan in the lead at 265. Looking for 270. Dewey here, 270. Going twice, ladies and gentlemen. Much love for the bus. Silver Chupacabra coming in with the George. Going once at 270. Looking for 275. Gary S. coming back on the attack. At 275. Looking for 280. Going once. Gary S. in the lead at 275. Looking for 280. Going twice. What's up, Steve Hendricks? Gary in the lead. Last call from Mr. Aki Hall. Ty McFadden says, no, I won't back down. Silver Chupacabra coming back at 280. Looking for 285. Going once. Silver Chupacabra in the lead at 280. Looking for 285. Going twice. Silver Chup in the lead. It's once, it's twice, it's 3 times for the Nesties. Silver Chupacabra in the lead. Get that goodie. Gotta say, Raven has put up some nice run. A very nice cat bus. Thank you, Washington State Jag. I appreciate you, brother. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad bust is going to be sold to Silver Chupacabra for 280, ladies and gentlemen. NH Greg, how you doing, man? Ladies and gentlemen, Silver Chupacabra with the win. We want a choop, baby, choop, doop, ba-doop. All right. Next item up, lot number 14, is 3 1951 Franklins, or not 51s, Denver minted from starting at 51. You see that rotation of the luster. 51D, 52D, and the 53D, ladies and gentlemen. All 3 go together in a bundle. I do have a reserve on the 3 at $70. I think that's pretty fair. They're AUBU. Good luck. That 53 is hard to get. Doug Wagner coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at the 70. That lot has Emil G2 written on it. It says Scorpio. Have my playbook on speed 2 when Raven wrote the name on the envelope. I was very impressed on how fast he could write. David McGowan staying alive at 75. Emil coming back at 80. Ladies and gentlemen, Emil in the lead at 80, looking for at least 81 to get her done. Emil in the lead at 80, going once. Emil in the lead at 80. R2D2, you say. David McGowan coming in at 81 to get her done. Ladies and gentlemen, looking for 82 like Mr. LeFew, going once. David McGowan in the lead at 81. Ladies and gentlemen, looking for 82. Do we hear 82? Looking for 82. Holy George, I'm out, says Doug Wagner. Going twice. Brother Doug was in the lead. He came in strong. Last call from Mr. Alki Hall. David in the lead. Guys, Emil coming back at 85 and staying alive. Going once, looking for 86, ladies and gentlemen. Emil in the lead at 85, looking for 86. Going twice. R2. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Hall. Emil in the lead at 85, all in. Fair warning. This bad triple set is going to be sold to Emil G2 for 85. I'll tell you guys a little story, my friends. The one coin in this group that's really hard to get is that 53 in any of the Philly, Denver, or San Francisco. I don't even know if they did a San Francisco that year, but the 53 is hard to get. I think they only did a P and D for that, but I'll have to look. I don't always remember every last mintage or mint mark for each year, but I'll tell you guys something. Matter of fact, if somebody can tell me the answer of this trivia question relatively quickly, I will add a 10th ounce of silver to the end of stream just for funds. But what is the only year that we didn't have a silver dime produced? The only year of a silver dime not produced. Create Craft. Got it right away. 1922. That is correct. 1922. And that is because of the Great Depression. PDNS for the 53. Thank you, Ty McFadden. I appreciate you, brother. So, guys, thank Create Craft for getting a 10th ounce silver put in the mix. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful 1881 MS63 Morgan Silver Dollar. Tonnage galore going on in I like fat slabs and I cannot lie. Oh, wait. All right, so that is a fatty holder. CR Powers just subscribed. Welcome to the nest, CR. All right, and on this one, I do have a reserve at 80 bucks for the fatty holder. And Johnny T wants to ruin the value by dipping it because it's in a fatty holder, so you would lose money by doing that. Just saying. The P would be a better key date. 2.6 million minted. There you go. But the 53s are hard to get, that's for sure. Guys, Shadrach coming in at 80. Scorpio trying to get in there. Anthony Sir Mix-a-Lot, RavenHawk. Shadrach in the lead. Jeff at 53. No 33 dime? Really? I know there's no 22. There's a 21 for sure. Huh. Well, see? I don't know it all. We got 125 likes on the night. Ladies and gentlemen, how about this? How about we add a 1944 Philippines 50 centavos to the end of stream. Eric A in the lead at 88. Shadrach at 90. Scorpio at 91 and doing fun. Looking for 92 like Mr. LeFew going once. Shadrach in the lead at 92. Looking for 93 like we're Johnny T. Going once. Shadrach in the lead at 92. Looking for $93 to make us holla. Going twice. Well, great googly moogly. I found out something. You know what? And that's funny because I always thought it was only the 22. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Shadrach in the lead at 92. All in. Fair warning. Warning. Scorpio coming in with the Snope and the George at 93. Shadrach at 94 with the double Snope. Going once. Shadrach in the lead at 94. Looking for 95. Going twice. Eric A says, I got 95 and staying alive. Going once. Link, I forget about more stuff than I knew. Is how much stuff there is to know about coins, my friend. There's so much. And here's the thing. If anybody literally acts like they know everything, avoid them like the plague. Going twice. You know, I'm somebody that I do know a lot of stuff, but I don't know everything. Not even close. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Email, thank you, brother. This isn't the Morgan I wanted, says Eric A. Uh-oh. Eric A., am I making you buy a coin you don't want? All right, all in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is sold to Eric A for 95. Link says, I tell him the same thing when I train him. Yeah. Well, thank you, Eric. I appreciate that, brother. That is nice of you. Sounds like the family's back. I hear Miss Raven whispering. All right. Next item up, ladies and gentlemen, we have a war. Nickel up. $1943 Denver MS65 PCGS slabbed and certificadoed. Tell her, watch out for the bird. That's funny. Let's start off at $1. Good luck. When nurses think they know everything, that's when people get hurt. That's true. They shouldn't be practicing medicine. Silver Chupacabra, of course, brother. Guys, Gary S. in the nest coming in at 20, my friends. Here, I'll turn on the invisible wrench scope. Look at that. It didn't flicker, guys. There's the reverse. And, of course, once I say it didn't flicker, it flickered. Oh, that's too funny. All right, guys. Charles Doom at 22. DeMarvelous at 25 and staying alive. Ty McFadden, nope, no steps on that one. Charles Doom at 27, ladies and gentlemen. Charles Doom in the lead at 20 in the lead at 27, looking for 28. DeMarvelous at 30, going once, my friends. Yeah, the 42 proof is a cool one. Guys, PTF stacking coming in at 35. Staying alive. PTF in the lead at 35, going once. PTF stacking in the lead at 35. DeMarvelous digging at 40, ladies and gentlemen. Holy smokes. Going once. DeMarvelous said, I got the George. I got the George, baby. Going twice. Does it dry faster if you don't smudge the ink? Probably. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Oh. DeMarvelous digging in the lead at 40. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin was sold to DeMarvelous digging for 40. Yeah, of course we love Johnny T. Johnny T always sends us really cool cards. He and his wife are really creative, and I do appreciate the April Fool's one. Guys, Stacker is getting huge. Huge. But he's rough on Peppa. Him and Peppa get into little fights, and man, we've had to stitch Peppa up a few times. We use that super glue the liquid bandage. It works really well. Here we go, 1954 BU Washington silver quarter with some nice toning. Create Craft a lot bigger than Peppa. He's really tall. He's a Great Pyrenees and Belgian Malinois mixed. He's probably going to be about 140 pounds or so. All right, guys. DeMarvelous starting us off at 15. Shadrack at 17. American Patriot 19. DeMarvelous digging at 19. But Bill Driscoll in the lead at 20. Shadrack at 22. Perry and Jeff trying to get in there. Yeah, Andrew, he's huge. Knees usually come in pairs. Pair of knees. Perry coming in at 23. Shadrach at 24. Peppa weighs about 60 pounds. Peppa's a pretty good, solid dog. She's short, but she's heavy and thick. Perry in the lead at 26. American Patriot was in there for a minute, but Perry in the lead at 26. Looking for 27. Going once. Hey, Bubby. What's up? Perry in the lead at 26. She is a very cute dog. Thank you. Going twice. I love Peppa to death. She's very sweet, very protective of the kids. All right, my friends, all in. Fair warning. This bad coin is going to be... Oh, wait. Last call from Mr. Al Key Hall. Del Marvelous coming in at 27, ladies and gentlemen. Looking for 28. Going once. Perry at 28, ladies and gentlemen. Going once. Perry in the lead at 28. Looking for 29. Going twice. My wife had 4 Great Pyrenees all at the same time growing up. Wow. Those are some big dogs. Peppa's in the other room with the family, Johnny. Last call from Mr. Al Key. Oh. Perry in the lead at 28. The Marvelous is Oot. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad quarter is going to be sold to Perry Custom Cards for 28. Thank you, Perry. Johnny, I'll see if she'll come in, but she's usually playing with the kids. Peppa. Peppa. Come here, Pep. Come here, Pep. Oh, good girl. Here you are. Come here. Come here. Oh. What are you doing, silly butt? You. Here's the heavy beast. Hi. Oh, there. Oh, goodness gracious. There went everything. All right. Oh, now that you've wreaked havoc, you want to come back? Oh, man. Here we go. 1887, MS63, NGC slabbed and certified. Yep. She made a mess, but it's okay. I love Peppa though. She's a great dog. All right, and this one I do have a reserve bid at 105. Yeah, we don't want to get headbutted, that's for sure. Shadrach coming in at 105 with the George, ladies and gentlemen. Shadrach in the lead at 105. Eric A coming in at 110. Jeff trying to get in there, but Eric in the lead. Looking for 115 like Mr. Greg Bean. Dewey here 115. Shadrach at 115, ladies and gentlemen. Shadrach in the lead. Yeah, she gave me a black eye before, Invisible. Shadrach in the lead at 115. Looking for 120. Going once. Shadrach in the lead at 115. Looking for 120. Going twice. Eric A says, I got 120. Looking for 125. Going once to Shadrach at 125, ladies and gentlemen. Shadrach and Eric battling it out. Who's it going to be? You just never know. But Shadrach in the lead at 125, going twice. Chapo, I am still recovering from being tackled. My left arm is still messed up. Yep, Slash got me a few times. He got me good on the lip. The Morgans command a battle, says Cool Things. Eric A. don't play, says Angie Crowell. Shadrach in the lead at 125. Last call for Mr. Owl. Key. Oh. Dogs make terrible coin collectors. That's funny. Shadrach at 120. Looking for 125. 125. Looking for 130. Sorry, guys. I'm lost my train of thought there for a second. All in. Fair warning. This bad Morgan's going to be sold to Shadrach 777 for 125. All right, guys. I would, but I got that other one. Eric, I'm sorry, brother. I feel bad. Oh, guys, so starting in May, I will be bringing back Sunday nights. We will do probably like small auction and box hunts and stuff. It just depends on if I can get any boxes or maybe Q&A, but I will be coming back on Sunday nights to hang out with everybody. And, like I said, we'll see. I more than likely do like a small auction, couple giveaways, All right, so this next thing here is a 1945S PCS slab and certified at an MS 66, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. So I will be back on Sundays in May. That is a crispy nickel for sure. Starting bid on this is $1. Visterion coming in with the Georgia 20. Angie Crowell says crazy tornadoes are more frequent further north than used to be. Yes, the tornado alley has shifted, guys. They said it has shifted. Gary S at 30, Visterion at 31, looking for 32. Members be interested in package deal Sunday auction, you mean, Joe must be? Going once. Link, unfortunately, Mount Stackmore is kind of a defunct thing, brother. Going twice. I'd like me, Rob, and Seeker to do some stuff again, but they've kind of moved on to doing, a Bullion and Beyond together. We'll always be friends. I talked to Rob Finds Treasure earlier today. I talked to Rob quite a bit. I talk to Seeker every once in a while. But seems that, they got that thing going on and they're comfortable with it. So, we'll see what happens in the future. Never say never. Going once to Gary S. To Marvelous Digging at 33. Gary S. at 34. Looking for 35 to Stay Alive. Going once. To Marvelous Digging at 35. Looking for 36. Going once. To Marvelous in the meat. In the lead at 35. I haven't seen anything coming up for... You know what? Hey, Michael Hargis, when I go to the coin shop I work at, there's actually a street called Hargis Street. It surprised me the other day. Going twice. Has Silver Seeker not been doing auctions? Last call for Mr. Owl. Key. Ho, ho, ho. Just twice a month. Yeah, because I have his bell ring, and I don't see it for that often, so I figured he's a pretty busy guy these days. All right, Del Marvelous at 35. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Del Marvelous digging for 35. Ah. Well, you know, guys, he has 2 kids. Actually, I think he has 3. But he has kids that are all at an age that they go traveling and stuff for the band and dance, and so I understand. As a matter of fact, I need to reach out more often. You know, we've all been friends for a long time. All right, it's time to do the giveaway of the next set, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna give away a 1962 proof set. Soccer Dad, that's what it is. You know, and that's gonna happen to me at some time when my kids get older. I'll be going all over the place with them. Tough being a dad and YouTube. Invisible, believe me, I know. All right, let's turn on the night bot. Let it win wherever you go. And I will be back, everybody. Good luck, my friends. Good luck. I'll think of something. All right, cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nesties of all ages. All right, let's see who the winner is in 3, 2, 1. Booyah! David McGowan, ladies and gentlemen. David McGowan. Holy cow, David McGowan, you just won 2 grams of gold, buddy. David McGowan, cool, thanks. Thank you for doing these auctions and giveaways. But David McGowan, in your first ever auction with us on the channel, you won the set and the 2 grams of gold. Holy cow, man. Congratulations to David McGowan. Well, there went the gold. The next, had nobody won the gold tonight, the next step would have been moving it up to a 1/10 ouncer. Oh, you got a cat bus a few weeks. Okay, I'm sorry, brother. Your second one. Congratulations, David. Wow. Second auction. The gold has been claimed. That means I gotta get more grams of gold. in my possession. All right, guys. Congratulations to David. Wow. What a night for him. Turn off the night bot. $230 in gold, my friends. Definitely wait. Welcome to the nest, says Angie Crowell. Wait till you see the quality products. Thank you, Angie. This one here is an epic beauty, my friends. 1944 proof 66 mercury dime with the CAC sticker and a rotated die. That is a very, very cool coin. You don't see a lot of these on the channel. I do have a reserve on this one at $350. I figured I'd give somebody a chance. I just had to send a gold lure, says Perry. Thank you, Perry. But good luck, everybody. Good luck. The rotated die adds to the value as well as the CAC sticker. So, you know, it also being a 41 proof Merc, which you don't see very often. And if it goes, it goes. If not, we will put it back into the coin shows coming up. But we'll give it a second and see what happens. I guess we don't have any biters yet on this. All right, going once. 41 Merc. Proof. You don't see them very often, especially with a CAC designation at a 66 grade. Going twice. Mighty Horse. That's funny. Yep, low mintage. Last call, my friends. And like I said, you guys know me. There's never any pressure. I put these things up for you guys to have a chance at them. And, you know, if they go, they go. If they don't, not a problem. Yep, it's a 60 MS 60 or proof 66. So here, this is the 41 Merc proof with the green bean and a rotated die. Reserves at $350. All right, looks like we don't have any action on it. All in. Fair warning. That bad girl is going back into the bags for later to be done again. All right, lot number 21. Here's another one that's might be a little bit too pricey for most people's blood, but people had asked me about this one. I've gotten multiple emails about it. This is the 10th ounce gold Buell spoon. It is gold. It's a 10th ouncer. These they only made 1,000. That is the certificate of authenticity. Could you imagine somebody actually fishing with one of these and losing it? That would be pretty crazy. Gary S., it's never left the box. This one I do have a reserve at $465. That is literally the best price I can do on it. And if not, it'll go back in the deep stack, and I pretty much won't put this one back up for bid ever again if it goes back in the deep stack, I don't think. But that's where I'm at. 200-pound braid on it. There we go, Scorpio. You know, Bombay, I bet you, you do real gold on a lure. I bet you it does attract fish. You know. But I do have a reserve at $465. The last one of these went for over $480 on eBay. They only minted 1,000 of them. So, you know, and if we have back-to-back no sales, it's not a problem. It is what it is. Silver Chupacabra, no doubt, huh? Follow it all the way back on the line. Deep dip down. Going once. Going twice. Mighty Horse, that's funny. All right, guys, last call. Valiant one. This one is pricey. This one is $465. It's a 1/10 ounce gold. They only made 1K of them, and you know it is a pricey one, and it's not a problem to put it back into the deep stack. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all in. Fair warning. It looks like this bad lure is going as a no sale. I'm going to put this bad boy back where it goes. J-Dog, not this weekend, but the upcoming weekend. So not in Saturday and Sunday, but the next weekend. All right, well, the two heavy hitter coins back in the stack. No stress there. So it is that time, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to add a 1945 Philly War Nickel to the Midstream Extreme giveaway. Big thank you to Create Craft. Thank you for helping. Yeah, J-Dog, happy to be with the family for Easter, that's for sure. Thank you to everybody that bought something this evening. David McGowan, DeMarvelous Digging, Roy Boy, Shimbone 5000, CM Silver, Frosty T, 949 Designs, Charles Doom, J-Dog, Breeze for Me, 721, Silver Chupacabra, Emil G2, Eric A, Perry Custom Cards, and Shadrach 777. Visterion, Tracy Davis, Chapo52, Brian Jensen, Scorpio, B. Roos, Bill Driscoll, and Rockzilla. You guys are epic. I appreciate each and every one of you. A big thank you to all the mods. CM Silver, Create Craft, Resin Dragon Studios, J-Dog, Frank Mons, Johnny T, Invisible River Ranch, Joe Mustby, Brother Doug Wagner, Mustang Dave, Silver Streak, Frank Mons, I think I said his name, but we'll say it again. Resin Dragon Studios, Johnny T, Silver Chupacabra, Peter Bowes, Silver Streak, American Patriot. Thank you, everybody, for all your hard work. I do really appreciate you guys. All right, let me show you what is in the Midstream Extreme giveaway. Okay, we have a 45 Philly War Nickel, 10th ounce of silver, 44S Philippines, 68 Kennedy, another 10th ounce silver, 1 ounce copper, 62 proof, 44 Philly, 44 Denver War Nickel, some giveaway packages from Tim and the 1 ounce silver bar, everybody. Let me turn on the night bot. All right, I'll be back in just a couple minutes. We got 138 likes. If we get to 150, I'll add something else. If not, no stress. But I'll tell you what, if we get to the 150, I'll add a 1956 Washington silver quarter with another 10th ounce of silver. Hey, Pep, what you doing? You're back? Well, where are you going? You're going already? You're just like, you're a licking runner. A lick and go. Drive-by lickings. Huh. All right, everybody. We got 151 likes. I'm throwing the quarter and the 10th ounce into the box. Thank you for the extra love, everybody. Much appreciated. Here we go. Let's pick the winner. Chicken dinner in 3, 2, 1. Booyah. Chris Levine, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Levine, you are the winner. Congratulations to Chris Levine. As long as you're 18 or older, you just won a nice little box of silver, buddy. You're welcome. All right. Again, thank you to everybody for being here. I appreciate everybody that hangs out more than you understand, more than you know. Like I said, live streams will be back on Sunday nights in May. We'll do some cool stuff, a little bit of like package auctions like Joe Musby suggested. And Johnny T, thanks for helping, brother. Create Craft, have a good evening. Resin Dragon Studios, thank you, my friend. Be safe. Much love to you and your family as well. If you guys get a chance, go over and check out Resin Dragon Studios' Etsy channel. Adam Crawford, you're welcome, my friend. I hope that ended up being all right for you. All right, like always, please make sure to take care of one another, and we'll see you real soon. RavenHawk Coins, have a great day.